Right, we're off to Cotswold Airport this morning. We haven't been up there for quite a while. It's a bit fresh, it's got to be said. It's about 4 degrees at the moment. The roads are very slippy because they're damp from overnight. We had some fog, it's made them a bit damp. Coming out of the garage back there, around that little roundabout, there's always diesel on there. So even if it's dry, I always go around that very slowly. Good, this Audi's getting out of the way. We have no intercom today because my mate's got his full face lid on since it's a bit fresh, and it's going to seem rather weird. Right, we're up with him now. With this little bit of damp about, I'm sure to have to wash the bike when I get home, because the worst thing of this motorbike is that front mudguard. It's pathetic. It doesn't act as a mudguard really. You go through a dirty little puddle and the water sprays out the top forwards, the wind catches it, it blows back again, and it just covers the whole of your front of your forks, your front of your light, the front of your tank, air cleaner, exhausts, with shit. I can just about move. I've got a very thin top on with a very thin jumper over the top of that underneath this leather jacket, and I think I could possibly have put a bit of weight on, as it all feels very tight. Well, at least this road's dry, that's something. The colours of the trees are looking wonderful at the moment. That's the one good thing about autumn, is the colours of the trees, especially when it's a nice blue sky as well. But I don't like the temperatures, and I don't like it when it starts getting wet and horrible and frosty and miserable and shitty. And it's even worse when the snow turns up, but luckily we don't seem to get a great deal of it these days. Oh, something stinks over there. There's a lorry ahead that's chucking out so many fumes. Oh. Lovely countryside up through here. I really like it. Reminds me of the days back in the 70s when I used to work on a farm when I left school. Well, before I left school I worked on a farm. When I left school I worked on a farm. I went to college, agricultural college, got me certificates and everything. And then one day I thought, I've had enough of this. I've been doing it for donkey's years. Bloody hard work, no time off, no money. And I thought, I've had enough. And that was it. I left the farming world behind me. I'd love a cottage up round here somewhere. A nice cottage with a little bit of land, edge of a village, within walking distance of a pub. That'd be absolute bliss. A nice big workshop to tinker in. I'd love to rebuild an old Land Rover again like I used to. So looking at this, it looks like it's a summer's day. It's beautiful. You can see for miles, it's clear. Fantastico. I can see miles across that way where I'm looking now. I can see for miles. Lovely woodland over there. I need to live in the countryside again. I do like the way they've done these new houses, brand new houses, but they've put some effort into making them look like houses from this area should do, which is always a good thing. And there. It's still frosty out in them fields there where the sun hasn't got to yet. You can't really see it, but I can, and I can feel the temperature as well. It's got colder along here. There's a big old jumbo jet through those trees ahead. The sun's not very good, it's right in my face. I can't see jack shit at the moment. That's a big bugger, that is. This must have been amazing here during the Second World War. This is where they did a lot of the planes would come here first and then be flown to various airfields throughout the country, I believe. There is a museum here somewhere. I think it must be right over the other side. I wouldn't mind going there one time. Cotswold Airport, there we go. Let's get that visor up so I can see. Not too cold, was it, really?
How are your hands?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have movement.